Namaskar, this is Ishan, and you're watching History with Ishan, and I'm back with my next release, which is the Red Taj, a non-Mughal mausoleum under the category of hidden heritage. So let's begin. Everyone knows about the magnificent white Taj Mahal in Agra, Uttar Pradesh, built by the then Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan in the memory of his deceased wife Mumtaz Mahal in the 17th century. However, deep inside the old Roman Catholic cemetery in Agra itself is a similar structure built in red sandstone, dubbed now as the Red Taj. This Red Taj Mahal was built in 1803, 155 years after the construction of the White Taj Mahal. This mausoleum is interestingly not dedicated to anyone associated with the Mughal court, but is built in the memory of a Dutch adventurer, John Hessing. It was commissioned back then by his wife, Lady Anne Hessing. The cemetery where the tomb stands dates back to the times of Mughal Emperor Akbar when Armenian Christians settled in the city and began burying their dead here. John Hessing was born in Utrecht in Netherlands. He joined the Dutch East India Company in 1739 and came to India after 1763 and joined the services under various royals of that of a local ruler, then the Nizam of Hyderabad, and later the Marathas under General Mahaji Sindhia. He had also worked for Daulat Rao Sindhia and was the commander of Agra Fort in 1799. He passed away in 1803 after a prolonged illness. His remarkable structure seems to be inspired by the White Taj, whose intricate inlay work and minarets are missing here. The structure is built in red sandstone with slender minarets and double dome. The architecture is not strictly Mughal, but involves some elements from European design too. The tomb stands on a square plinth with latticework or jalis and stairs. This is decorated with access to the underground chamber or the tehkhana or the tehkhana with the grave of the deceased Dutch soldier. Each corner of the platform has an octagonal attached platform or a chabutra with carved panels. The grave chamber is surrounded by an Islamic hushed behesht eight chambers arrangement. The grave contains inscriptions in English and two in Persian at the entrance, wherein one is a chronogram mentioning the demise year of Hessing, and second is an epitaph expressing the grief of his spouse Anne. The outer opening is arched on all four sides with double alcoves. The four corners have four turrets or minarets with chhatris or cupolas over which there are pinnacles. Now, the color red has always been associated with power and royalty, and the material used in almost all Mughal buildings was this red sandstone, such as in the structures at Fatehpur Sikri, like the Buland Darwaza, Panch Mahal, and then the Agra Fort, Akbar's tomb, etc. It exemplifies legitimacy and becomes a statement of regality rather than merely an architectural edifice. However, in this seemingly Mughal-inspired mausoleum built in red sandstone, hidden deep in the city of Agra, and constructed later than the white Taj Mahal by a wife for her husband, has altered the symbolism and the meaning of this color, which has now come to reflect the character and the personality of the buried John Hessing. So, yes, that's all a very small dose of history for today into this remarkable, similar looking structure, uh, similar to the Taj Mahal, which is the Red Taj, but built for a non-Mughal European, in fact, by his wife Anne Hessing uh, for uh, for in his memory, in fact, to preserve his memory in terms of his character and personality. Which is there in the same city itself in Agra. So that's again a similar point. So yes, that's all. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed watching my video. Please hit the like button, comment down below your views, share it with your family and friends, and subscribe to my channel History with Ishan for more updates to Indian history. Thank you so much. Take care. Goodbye and Jai.